And I welcome the lounge back to another exciting episode of Hexxit, Super Hostile Sea of Flames 2. Now then, last time you all didn't get to see me put the orange wool on like I have. That's because I've had to record this episode several times because I made a few rather key blunders. First off, I rambled a lot, so much that I just couldn't bear it. The reason I was rambling, well, I was figuring out this son of a bitch and its siblings. As you can see, I have been a busy bee. Now I'm going to run you through the process of how to get all these pieces and how to get those casts. The first thing you need to do is put a blank stencil in here and just scroll through them. Pick the one you want. I'm going to rearrange you so that way you're less an ass. Okay, what we do is we put the part builder here, and then we can customize with the tool bench. Alright, I've been having a couple ideas anyways. I was thinking about possibly remodeling this anyways, so that way it'd be less of a hassle. I was going to put a drain for solid blocks over here. Have the basin, the work basin over there. Okay, so we're gonna have the stencil machine there, the part builder there. No, I just picked that up. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have left it as I was. I'm just an idiot. There we go. Because now that it's next to this, we can just place all these in here, and it's infinitely useful. Okay, so what you do once you have the stencil you like, you make it out of wood. And I'm not gonna make that just because you can see it. And then what you do to get the cast for it, like these, is while it's full of gold or aluminum brass, you place the piece you want that's in wood in the table, and then right click the nozzle, and it'll pull out a section of, it'll pour out a cast for it after a bit. And with that cast you can then begin to explore your options. Now then, right now we're gonna put a bunch of bronze in. Yes, off camera I did end up spawning in aluminum and copper because at the end of the day they wouldn't have been on the map. So this is extracurricular stuff, and it's very much a reward for getting 4 wool with minimal deaths. So I say minimal. We're gonna put all these wooden pieces away. I should honestly put a chest. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make a couple chests and bin them over there so I can keep all the parts to myself. That's 3 chests. I guess that's enough for now. We're gonna bin them right. I don't want them to be too far away, so I'm gonna knock that torch out. Grab another torch and boom! Yeah! Yeah, now we're talking. Now this is looking rather legitimate. Now that we've got a bunch of copper, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the stencils we're gonna need to make I think we're gonna try and make a broadsword. For that we're gonna need this, a tool rod. Ooh, I probably could use one of these and save up and just make more for later. I tried to make a cleaver, but I'll need a higher level one of these guys. But to get a higher level one of these guys, I need 4 iron blocks. So yeah, that's going to be a while in the making. That's something I'll have to test in a moment. We have the tool rod cast, and we'll need the wide guard candle. So what we do now is that now that we have all the necessary pieces, we're going to put them in, right click, let it fill up, cha-ching! It's the same process for you're getting the actual casts, except in reverse. Instead of just making the piece, you're making the cast around the piece of wood. Yeah. Now we place a tool rod in, and yeah. Okay, so what we should be able to do is first take this crafting bench and place it here for easy use. Next is we should just be able to assemble them in some manner that I am unaware of. This is the tool station. Yes, what we do is we click here, and then we place the required pieces in their slots, and chwada, a copper broadsword. Now then, I was under the impression that we might be able to steep this in something, but we'll cover that later when I actually have steepable things. What we can do now, however, is like place this, and that'll give it plus 50% durability. And voila! We've got a 50% durability sword, copper sword. And if we take a quick peek at wherever the heck I left those bucks, dagnabbit, I think I've lost them. There we go. Now then, the books that come with the tool tables are very unique, are very important. Do not throw them away. Oh, each redstone dust increases mining speed? Ooh. Oh, it increases speed? What about on blades? Ooh. Sharpness, nether quartz. Increases attack damage. Has less of an effect on tools with piercing properties. Oh, a lot of this is very interesting. What does that make? Adds an additional modifier for a nether star, all in all. No, just no. Well, you can always give it a shot. And this is basically the entire process of Tinkerer's Construct. And the cool thing is you can make it out of so many things. There are so many things you can do. So, okay, so we can only add one at a time. That's probably what it means by modifier. But still, an emerald copper sword. I know it's probably a waste of an emerald, but seeing as we can get them off the enemies, that's pretty badass, I should think. Now then, we're going to go over a couple things that are probably glaringly obvious, but that I've just forgotten to mention. That, yes, I did end up doing a bit of, well, I've started up the renovations of making this place an actual house. One of my self-set goals, which is to turn this place, instead of just living in a base or a bunker like most people, a large room with just everything spread everywhere, I want to live a life of luxury in front of Vechs's face. I want to spit in his hardness, I want to spit in the difficulty of his map's face, and be able to live in luxury and style. So as you can see, I've got a second floor going, as well as several rooms, one with mushrooms, which is actually working. I've already farmed a bunch of mushrooms off it. I've got the smeltery room and the upstairs access, which is this room. Well, this is actually going to be two rooms. This is going to be the smeltery side over here, and this is going to be a picnic area / bunker. Well, barracks for potential guest stars, which I may drag K on after a while. If I get enough attention for the series, I will drag K on, mind you. Then there is the conference room, which I plan on having just this big old table spanning it like a real conference boardroom. This is where I'm sleeping at the moment, but only because the upstairs isn't quite finished being built. And yeah, I've been a busy bee off camera. I made all these stencils just for you guys. Oh, and here's probably the most important one yet. The ingot. The ingot and the basin. But first, we're gonna have to break this one more time, interchange it just one more time for the effect we want. I'm going to put some wood there. And we're going to get those copper blocks out of there. 8, 16. That'll mean there'll be 7 more left. That means if I put 1 ingot in, it'll be 9, 18. That's 6. There's currently 16, 17, 18 ingots. Yes. Once those 2 finish, we'll make them into 2 blocks, which is what the basin's for. I also believe that it is the method of steepling things. So basically what steepling is it's basically like adding a second coating of something to the a slime crystal. What the fuck? Slimy mud and a slime crystal. I don't know what a slime crystal does. It sounds interesting though. Ah ha ha ha. Yes. Attaching moss to a tool infuses it with life. The tool appears to be capable of regenerating wear and tear. Ooh, that sounds pretty badass. But at the end of the day, whoa, yes, as you can see, it is possible of putting things inside. I don't know what happens when you do. We could try it with a torch though. I guess what it'd do would make a 3D cast. That sounds the most logical reasoning. There. Oh, it doesn't even work, so we're just gonna grab the 2 blocks, then we're gonna just to empty this out while I make this. And now we're gonna go to the black book. We're gonna remind ourselves how to build a smeltery drain, which we need more. Shit, we need more sodding brick for, which is less than stellar. I was almost sure I had a clay block somewhere. Like it was the first clay block I picked up. Now let's actually look this place over. We're going to need that gravel. And that sand. Should we actually have the necessary clay? By the looks of it, I would say... Oh! I would say we are actually just 1 short. But that's okay in actuality because we don't need all that much to get going. Yes, because we get... Yes, 6 scrap. Just exactly what we needed. Now then we're going to shove that in there. Grab the single piece of coal we need and get this smelting. And while that's smelting, we're going to run over here to where my tree farm is. We're going to run over here. That is why I put a door there. Oh, this does a fair bit of damage as well. 6 damage. Not as much as my Krekronite sword, but should something happen to my Krekronite sword, I'll always have this backup blade. Which is stellar, actually. I also have a mushroom thing going over here. Brown mushrooms just seem to... They just seem to be like rabbits.